All right, where do you guys want to start?
Well, does this look like a vintage Kansas team to you?
I know they won 10 straight conference titles, and they always are well coached and always compete and play hard under Coach Self. So, and they always have a bunch of McDonald's All-Americans. And at the end of the day, when you play talented players that are well coached, they're a good team.
Do they look any different than some of the previous ones, or are they just kind of?
I think that's one great thing about the Big 12 this year. No matter who you look at, you're going to find a lot of tough players, good players, and a lot of parity. And I think if you look at college basketball, it's indicative with different upsets you'll see. And that's why our conference is ranked the #1 conference. We've had fewer of those upsets. But at the same point, anybody can beat anybody on any given night, and that's the great thing about college basketball.
How about guys like Ellis? You got a couple sophomore guards that are really
Yeah. Well, it definitely, when you have returning players that have been successful and in a program, very similar to what Royce and Kenny have done for us, provided great leadership experience. The younger guys follow their lead. They feed off of their confidence, their swag, and at the same time, that's why as long as you have some veteran players, and Perry's been around a while, played a lot of minutes, had a lot of experience, and been very successful. So I know he's done a very good job. And Frank Mason's really improved his offensive game this year. Last year he was very good defensively, and offensively he was nowhere near as productive as he is this year as far as shooting the ball. Shooting 51% from three, 49 from the field, 85 from the free throw line. So those are outstanding numbers.
You guys have always had to prepare for the toughness of the Big 12, the depth, the grind. Does it appear that you have to work on that as much mentally with what to expect because of what's out there this year, with what happened to Texas last night, and just the grind of this conference?
Well, I think that's the best thing is you play everybody twice, but it's also the worst thing because it's hard to be at your best every night. And no matter what you say, there's going to be some nights where you just don't have it. And when you don't, you get embarrassed in this league.
I think Coach Self said it yesterday that you look at the schedule, and even winning at home, you have to kind of sigh of relief because there are no really easy games in the league this year at all.
No, and that's where I think that leadership and experience really come into play, because when you're dealing with 1 or 2 or 3 possession games, that experience is a lot more valuable than when you're up 10 or 20. So I think it's great that you got Kenny and Royce that have been around and have experienced a lot of basketball and are great teammates and team guys. So that helps. And then the other thing is we do have depth. And I think when you play in a physical league like this, you might have injuries, or you probably will. And some teams with depth are better apt to survive an injury. Like you look at when we lost Kenny in the beginning of the year. I mean, if we'd have lost 3 or 4 of those games, then that really hurts the league and hurts your chance for postseason.
Talk about the play of Motley. As a freshman, it seems like over the last 5 games, he's kind of coming into his own right now.
Well, he's somebody that has shown glimpses in practice last year, and going up against Isaiah and Corey every day. I mean, that really helps prepare you and get you ready. And this year, I mean, with all players, there's some ups and downs. With freshmen or first year guys, you tend to have more ups and downs. And I know he started off with a bang, and then got in a mini slump, and then now he's back to playing like he's capable and what we'd like him to do all year long. Because when he's doing what he did last game, 9 for 12 from the field, it really opens things up for everybody else. And defensively, he's starting to block more shots. We're working on him becoming a more consistent rebounder, but he passes the ball well, does a lot of good things.
What got him to snap back like that? I mean, like you said, he kind of went through that stretch where, he had 2 scoreless games.
And I think a lot of that is with inexperience. It's handling success and handling failure. And I think That's why upperclassmen and experienced players tend to have less slumps and quicker bounce backs, and they've gone through some of the experiences already, so they tend to be more dependable. And I think you asked why was he able to. I think just Royce, Kenny, people like that, talking to him, encouraging him, and him working hard to know that. I mean, the toughest thing is you have a good game. The next game, you're a marked man. I mean, it's that much tougher to have another good game. Because people now focus on you, key on you, and plan on stopping you.
Coach, you hadn't given up more than 66 points in your non-conference games, but Kansas, they've only scored less than 66 in four of their games, and 2 of those they've lost. How comfortable and confident are you that if you can hold this team below that, you'll feel pretty comfortable going down the stretch that you guys can pull out?
Well, most Big 12 teams are pretty good in transition. So if you're not getting stops or if you're turning the ball over, you're not going to hold anybody to anything in the 60s. But if you're taking care of the basketball and you're scoring on your end and you're doing a good job in hustling back, well, then you got a chance to be successful on that defensive end. But transition defense in the Big 12, I mean, we got great guards, very athletic players that really thrive in the open court. So taking care of the ball is always a premium, and then scoring, which it's a lot tougher to fast break after a made bucket rather than a miss.
Scott, you can't do anything about scheduling, but this one obviously comes before your students get back. Talk about the need to maybe try to fill it up with other people, I guess.
Yeah, this is where I was real impressed with OU. I thought they did a great job in protecting their home court and had a great crowd for a break in which you don't have students there. And our community's supported us before and done a great job in being here. And I know now that the holidays are over, you have a chance to watch the best basketball in the country. Great venue, not a bad seat in the house, and very inexpensive tickets. And I always say you can watch a game or affect the game. So hopefully people in the community keep wanting to affect the game, because we need that home court advantage, and we need to. It definitely has an impact on the game, no doubt about it. And every year in whatever sport you got to protect your home court.
You expect guys like Royce and Kenny, those guys that maybe struggle a little bit to kind of bounce back?
Yeah, I think OU's top 7th best defense or 9th best defense in the country, points per possession, and they were very effective last night in Austin, and I think they did a good job in causing us to not be as effective on the offensive end. At the same time, I know we missed some easy looks and easy shots. I think there were 8 points on uncontested layups that you hope to make.
If you were to go 500 in Big 12, no matter what program it is, you're going to have some quality wins just because of how good the conference is. But how important is it to get a brand name like a Kansas under the win column early on? Is there a kickstart to that? Is there an adrenaline rush to that?
I think anytime you win in the Big 12, it helps you with the confidence and builds momentum, but especially when you beat top teams or ranked top, or because you know that's going to be in that good win column, and you know what it does for your RPI. So at the end of the day, that's the great thing about the Big 12. All your wins are really good wins, and there are. Statistically and RPI-wise, it's hard to say there's bad losses out there.
You talked about the home court advantage. You haven't lost at home in a while. The last time was against Kansas. How much would you like to make sure that they don't figure out how to do that?
Well, we've had great support, and can't thank our fans enough. And hopefully we keep giving them a lot to cheer for. But I know playing at home, and when you have that home crowd, that definitely gives you an advantage. And in sports, again, the closer the crowd, the louder it is, the more impact it has on the game. That's why basketball, it's so impactful, because the crowd's right there on top of you.
And to have the dream again tonight for Austin, for Isaiah, what does that mean for you, especially after everything?
Anything we can do to honor and bring recognition to Isaiah for what he's done for Marfan syndrome, what he's done for Baylor University, just what he's done for all the young kids out there that he's been able to be a role model with, and the things he's overcome in his life are amazing. So it's great to honor him, and I know his family and him really appreciate it. More just those two talking, and I think Jonathan is an intelligent person, and he some people don't like to take advice from other peers or people, and credit to his success is he's always been doesn't have an ego, and he's always listened to anyone that's approached him. So that's definitely helped with his development, no question.
Is it true at all that last year when he wasn't playing but he was practicing, if you guys had scouts come through there, and I'm not trying to suggest that next level, that they asked about him, wanted to know who is that guy?
And I think that's a credit to the potential that he has. And I know everybody's anxious to see how he develops in the next couple of years, and I know with us, we're anxious to see him keep developing every day.
We see from Kelly Oubre, their freshman.
Yeah, Kelly's somebody that's playing a lot more minutes for him. In the last 5 games, averaging over 7 rebounds, real efficient from the field in the last 5 games, really scoring it. So, a freshman, sometimes they come around a little bit later, a little bit earlier, but he's definitely playing well and doing a great job right now, and a highly touted player.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys.